Hello, lovelies. I have read another Peter Swanson book. If you would like to read that review or watch that review, rather, it's The Kind Worth Saving. And I still have yet to read the first book, The Kind Worth Killing. But The Kind Worth Saving was really good. I did give it 4 stars just because it was an unsatisfactory ending. And I would say A Talent for Murder. I gave 4 stars because same. I guess I like endings with everything tied up in a happy bow, or at least a little more conclusion to the ending. And once again, Talent for Murder was fascinating. I mean, it really did have a good crime thriller vibe, and the twists and turns were crazy. Like, they were very creative. I cannot give less than 4 stars. But once again, I'm left unsatisfied by the ending. So I would say that Peter Swanson is a fantastic mystery novelist, very talented. I just don't like the way he ends his books. um, so I've read 2 of his. This was a Book of the Month Club book. So if you haven't watched my video on Book of the Month, then you need to go and do that. And I have a $5 coupon for you and me if you join using my code, Book of the Month. Go check out that video. But I have come to the conclusion that while I love Peter Swanson's mysteries and his twists and turns, I'm very dissatisfied with the characters. And one other thing to say, I liked who I thought was the main character at the beginning of this book, and I really got into her. And then it changed, and she wasn't the main character anymore. And that kind of threw me off balance. Like, that's part of the twist. But I had invested in the first main character. So when the second main character took over, I was like, wait a minute, what is going on? And it took me a little bit to swing back into the storyline. Not a long time, but I was a little disillusioned. I mean, that is part of the twist. I understand, but I was thrown off a little bit. So let's read my review. So I really wanted to love this book, but I can only give it 4 stars because I never fell in love with any of the characters. Okay, let me revise that by saying any of the characters after who I thought was the main character wasn't in the story anymore, and the main character is a little flat. However, all the twists and turns and the mystery itself was great. I'm usually very involved with both the characters and the story, so that's why I'm just a little unsatisfied. I can only give this book 4 stars. It's a little flat feeling when the mystery is so involved and so good, but the characters fall flat. The other thing is the ending was not anything like I would have wanted and left me feeling dissatisfied, and the story left a strange taste in my mouth. The mystery itself is worth reading this book. So, like I said, Peter Swanson is a very talented author. His stories are great, but I guess I just need the endings to be more satisfying or standalone. Because if you go and read or watch my review of The Kind Worth Saving, it is a series of 4 books. I believe A Talent for Murder, um, like, this is number 3 in their series, and it didn't even have a lot tied into number 2 and number 1. And I'm just realizing it as I give you this review that this is the 3rd book after The Kind Worth Saving. And I didn't see a lot of correlation between the 2 books. Like, they're definitely standalone, even though they're the same Henry Lily characters. I read this one absolute first, and I honestly didn't realize this was a series. Like, I could have gone my whole life without knowing these were a series. But now, looking at the official title, A Talent for Murder, Henry Kimball, Lily Kintner, then if you go back and you look at my The Kind Worth Saving, that's Henry Kimball, Lily Kintner, number 2. And then The Kind Worth Killing is Henry Kimball, Lily Kintner, number 3. And he said there's 4 books. So apparently, book 4 has not come out yet, which is very interesting to me. So I will definitely be reading number 4 when it comes out, but The Talent for Murder just barely came out. So the Book of the Month Club, this came out only a couple months ago, and they usually try to have very current books on the market. So I would say it came out in 2024 or late 2023, but it's probably 2024. So therefore, number 4 is coming out in 2025 or 2026, which is sad because now I really want to read number 4 and see if there's a satisfying conclusion to this series because he said it is a 4-book series. So I guess we'll have to wait. So let me know. Have you read any of the Henry Kimball, Lily Kintner series books? The Kind Worth Killing, The Kind Worth Saving, and A Talent for Murder. Well, have a great day, lovelies. And once again, these are worth reading. They just don't end the way I would want them to.